Television in Uzbekistan began operating on November 5, 1956 in the capital of the country, Tashkent. After that, the activity of TV channels was established in Khwarezm in 1961, in Nukus in 1964. Since that time, special attention has been paid to training personnel in the field of television journalism, in particular training personnel in higher education institutions organizing master classes in television itself with the participation of experienced journalists and seminars involving specialists from foreign companies and firms specializing in telecommunications. Over the past 20 years of its formation, journalism, along with other industries, has also grown, developed, and finally found its way. At the moment, it is safe to say that Uzbek journalism has found its own form, direction, as well as independent opinion. Independence made it possible to introduce innovations in the Republic's media. New publications, TV studios, and radio channels were organized. There are 1,372 mass media outlets operating in Uzbekistan today. Of these, 887 newspapers, 242 magazines, 61 TV studios, 36 radio channels, 124 websites, newsletters in 18 areas, and 4 news agencies.
After achieving independence, positive changes took place in journalism of the Republic of Uzbekistan, as well as in other sectors. Over the past 20 years of its formation, journalism, along with other industries, has also grown, developed, and finally found its way. At the moment, it can be said with confidence that Uzbek journalism has acquired its own form, direction, and independent opinion. Independence made it possible to introduce innovations in the media of the Republic. New publications, TV studios, and radio channels were organized. Today, 1,372 mass media operate in Uzbekistan. Of these, 887 newspapers, 242 magazines, 61 television studios, 36 radio channels, 124 websites, and 4 news agencies. This process is noticeable not only at the state level, but also at the level of independent media. The radio channels of Uzbekistan broadcast programs in 7 different languages, such as Russian, Tajik, Kyrgyz, Bashkir, Tatar, and Uyghur. National journalism is just getting on a big track. One can believe that having overcome economic difficulties, having changed, it will effectively serve the development of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan freedom of the speech. The international non-governmental organization as RSF, Reporters Without Borders, on the May 3rd World Press Freedom Day, published the World Press Freedom Index of 2022. Uzbekistan ranked 133rd out of 180 countries and territories in the 20th ranking. The last year ranking the countries was 24. Position lower, in 157th place. This happened due to the change of the methodology of the rating, in which freedom of speech is different. Even though the country was at the low point and now she is in higher, still Uzbekistan remained in the category of the countries where the situation with media freedom is assessed as difficult. Because there is a lot of journalists who spent many years in a prison and were released have not been rehabilitated. Some bloggers received threats, some are arrested, and the review notes. An example is given of Atabek Satori, who in May 21 was sentenced to 5.6 years in a prison on charge libel and extortion. The organization know that he blogged was affirmed.
In Turkestan, the first printed publications began to appear in the second half of the 21st century. Private printers, lithographs, and other printing enterprises began to appear frequently in the region. The Turkestan Vedomosti and Turkestan Viloyatining Gazeta newspapers played an important role in the formation of Uzbek journalism. Well-known writers and educators Zakirjan Furkat, Hamza Hakimzada, Saturkhan Abdukafarov, Abdullah Avloni, and Sadreddin Aini have contributed greatly to the development of journalism. Famous journalists Shermuhamedov, Said, Ayubov, Aliyev, Usmanov, Yakubov, and others created the first examples of national journalism. Journalism became the life's hope for such writers as Abdullah Qadri, Gafur Gulam, Aybek, Hamid Alimjon, Mahmoud Sheikh Soda, Sobir Abdullah, and Zulfiya. Uzbek enlighteners used the Turkestan periodical as the most effective tool in the development of the country and its future by fighting ignorance with enlightenment, meanness with heroism, and greedily with freedom, reflecting various aspects of public life on the pages of the newspapers. In 2018, a decision was made to establish a University of Journalism and Mass Communication in Uzbekistan's system of higher and secondary specialized education in order to study in depth the characteristic of journalism in an era of globalization, its historical progress, its current state, and its prospects.